Hi everyone and welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, welcome, join the enthusiasm, subscribe. Now I know we've not met on Monday since like December 2018 I think, but today I thought that I will do a video for Mondays too. So from now onwards I will try to upload 2 times a week, that is Mondays and Fridays. I will try my best to keep up with that. And yes, now let's talk about the video. Basically this video is going to be all about powder contouring and bronzing and all that stuff, like snatching out your nose and contouring your cheekbones and all that stuff, how to do that. So stay till the end, because in the end I am going to tell you how to contour your face without knowing your face shape. So this is a technique that I found out like with a little bit of experience. So basically there are three main things when it comes to like contour completely your face, that is blush, bronze and highlight. Now I'm not going to talk about cream contour because I've already done a video on that. I think like it was something related to cream contour, I remember, and I think I'll link it there. But right now we're going to talk about powder contour, how to contour your face with the powder. And this is, I consider this more beginner friendly than the cream contour, because it's just easy to work with the powders than with the cream, because blending is more easy. Now there is a lot of difference between contouring and bronzing. Most of the people don't know that. I think I was one of them actually. So I thought that contouring and bronzing is the same process, like bronzing is something that you do to contour your face. It's not like that, it's like two different things, but if you are a beginner, just take it as one. So basically what contouring means is that it provides dimension to your face, whereas bronzing means providing warmth to your face and that sun-kissed look to your face. Now just because this is a contouring video, so I have to tie all of my hair back, that's why it looks like shit right now. So the first thing is that you have to understand your face shape for contouring. Now understanding face shapes may not seem that difficult, but it is a bit difficult. Some people have like two face shapes mixed together, but the more you play with your face, the more easy it's going to be to understand your face shape. For me, I'm really confused because sometimes I feel like I have a heart shaped face, and then sometimes I feel like I have oval, sometimes I feel like I have a square, and right now I don't think it's a square. No, it's not. Now the general contour rule says that focus on your cheekbones, on your nose and your forehead. So first of all, we're going to talk about tools. What do you need? And especially if you're a beginner, you just need 1 or 2 brushes. Even you can do everything with one brush too, like contouring and then bronzing and then even blush. You just need one brush for that, all of that stuff. The best drugstore brush that I have right now is this one. This is from Wet n Wild. It's an angled contouring brush and it's made for applying powder contour. This brush is so fluffy and it's so good. Now whenever you are doing powder contour, just don't confuse it with cream contour, because you need a very fluffy brush that can blend the powder into your skin really properly. Now this was very drugstore, I think 200 or so. I will mention the price somewhere. And this is so fluffy, and plus this is angled, so you know it just sits perfectly on your face to blend everything in. So this is just a very good brush. Then again you need something very fluffy to apply your bronzer. This brush can do that too, but right now the brush that I use for applying the bronzer is this one. Now I bought this from Amazon. It was very, like, I got a full brush set for rupees 700. So this is again very drugstore, and it's like kind of flat, but it just applies the bronzer really properly. So I use this brush and it's very fluffy, it's very soft, so it just applies the bronzer perfectly. You can use a sponge to pick up the excess of product. So these are the three main things that you need for contouring and bronzing your face. You can also do blush with this, but I like using a bigger brush for blush because I just like my blush to be everywhere, blended everywhere, so that's why I use this brush for blush. Right now we're not going to go in detail with the blush. I will make another video for that. It's not important that you get an angled brush, but if you are a beginner, it makes things really easy because you know, your cheekbones are a little bit more protruded than the jawline, so this angled brush really helps. in this way. Actually, I do apply it in this way too. I make it work in all the ways it can on my face, so it's really easy to use this brush just because of the angle and because it's so fluffy. After talking about the tools, let's talk about some colors, like what do you need. So basically, when you're contouring, you need something that's more on the neutral side or more on the cool side, and when you're bronzing, you need something that's more on the warm side. Now I have a very warm undertone, so that works for me. If you have a very cool undertone, you should use a contour that's a little bit warm, or you can also use a neutral contour, but your bronzer has to be warm. Now be sure that the bronzer is not too warm or it's going to look very red or very fake on your face. So the contour shade, like the powder contour shade that I'm going to use today, is from this Sugar palette, this one. It's not very warm, it's not very cool, it's just the neutral and perfect thing for my skin. And I've already bronzed, so you can see it looks very natural and very perfect. Now next is the bronzer. So for the bronzer, I use this Milani bronzer. It's so good. You can see it's my second favorite after Bahama Mama. It just provides warmth to my skin and not too much of color, so that's what I want from a bronzer. So for contour, I think neutral tones or neutral shades work best for all the skin tones, I think. And for bronzer, warm is just good. Even on warm skin tone, like warm undertone people, warm bronzer looks very good. Next, let's talk about the application, how to apply the bronzer and the contour. So first you have to contour your face actually. So now for contouring your face, first of all you have to pick up the product for sure. Now take a lot of product. I'm saying this because if you work with an angled brush and if you put this against your face, suppose there is no product over here, it will just give you a distorted look, like a distorted contour. So you don't want that, so just pick a lot of product, obviously because you have to tap off the excess. So just take a lot of product and tap off the excess. That will work really fine. With a very light hand, just pat the product wherever you want to place it and then blend it over there. What you have to do, just take your finger or a brush, anything. Now you have to feel on your cheeks, like where your cheekbones end. At this place you will find a protrusion and then just a hollow over here, and then that is the place from where your jawline starts and your cheekbone ends. So that is the place where you have to place your bronzer. Now that's the general rule, that is the place where you have to place your bronzer. Just place it a little bit above. What this will do is it will do two things. Number one, it will give your face a little bit of a lift, like more lift, and number two, once you start blending your bronzer, you will automatically end up a little bit below that. Now if you want, you can clean the rest like I have done with a powder afterwards, but that's a different story. But if you are in a hurry, then just start from a little above. Don't go too up, but don't go too down too, otherwise it will give your face a very droopy look. The rule of three, that you have to go like this. First your forehead, then your cheekbone, then under your cheekbone, and then the jawline. But this thing doesn't work for everyone. Like there is not a perfect three for everyone, which we have already talked about in the forehead contouring video. I also take my bronzer a little bit over here because you see this area is so wide and I don't want, like I just want this area to cut out. So I just cut out this area by using a bronzer. Like I just place a little bit over here, and then when I cut this part out, I start applying the powder from here, not from here. So that helps a lot in just narrowing my face from here because it is very broad for me. Next we're going to jump to bronzing, and for that you need something fluffy. And then what you have to do is you just take a lot of product and then tap off the excess very nicely, and then you have to just bronze. Like for bronzing, you have to go like a little bit extra than the contour. You can apply bronzer like on your temples too, a little bit, just a little bit, because it's not, for me the bronzer is not giving me any like extra color, it's just providing warmth. So obviously I just apply a little bit on my temples and then on my cheekbones where I applied the contour, and obviously a little bit above that. And then you can also apply it on your jawline. Just don't mix the cheekbone bronzer and the jawline bronzer, otherwise your face will lack dimension. In the end, when you're done, you just have to take a very clean brush and just blend everything together so that it looks completely blended. Like you can see over here, you cannot see a difference between the bronzer and the contour. So it's blended so well that you cannot see that, you know. So that's how you have to do it. Obviously I do have blush on this side too, but you can see that's also not, like you cannot tell a difference from where the blush starts, where the blush ends, and where the bronzer starts, where the bronzer ends, where the contour starts. So you cannot tell a difference. You can use circular motions, and then you can also use like this motion. Basically this is what you have to do. You have to find out a face shape, and if you don't know one, now we are going to jump to that, like how to contour your face. So basically you have to find out the most prominent part of your face. For me, that's the forehead, definitely. Whether it's your cheeks or whether it's your forehead or whatever it is, you have to just cut it down. You just have to narrow it down to get the perfect thing, because when you narrow that down, attention is going to go on the rest of your facial features. Now for the next technique, find out a place where your face looks the best, aka your perfect lighting. Now it can be your room, it can be store light, and it can be many places. Wherever you find that your face looks perfect without makeup. For me, it's like a room with a light on the like vertical wall, on the top of a vertical wall. Not the ceiling lights, but on top of the vertical wall. This is a picture from there, and in this photo you can see that there are natural shadows and natural highlight created on my face. And this is what you have to do. You have to take a selfie and then just analyze it. You will see some natural shadows and you will see some natural highlights. That means that that is the way how you have to contour and highlight your face. You just have to observe where the contour is sitting, like where the shadows are sitting and where the highlight is sitting. So just do that, and then just try this technique, and then try to bronze and contour and highlight your face according to that. I hope it works, because it has worked a lot for me. So now look at my nose very carefully, just observe it. This is the place where it's kind of protruded. So basically we have to fix that, and then it's kind of slant towards the side, like my left side. So obviously you have to make it look more slanting towards the right. So that's what we have to do. So next I'm just going to take the bronzer, and I'm just going to take a Morphe brush. So I think this is an applicator brush, eyeshadow. So but still I use this for my nose. So first of all, I'm going to focus on those two areas. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit from here, just like that. See? So, and then just blend it like that. And then just like this side too, a little bit, just to balance that out. Just like this. Now once that is done, you can see the bottom part looks a little bit more like symmetrical. And now let's move to the top, and on the top we need to cut out this part, this one. So first of all, you can just make lines, you know, as much as you want. I don't like cream contouring my nose too much, because it's not something for me. I mean, I have very less area to work on, and I don't have to make my nose look snatched, like thin. I just have to make it look straight. So I don't like cream contouring. Eyebrow gel disturbing me. On this side, I'm gonna go normal, just normal. Now I'm just going to take my finger and just blend it out. That's it. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked the video. It was like a backdrop free video and my shitty hair kind of a video. But yes, we were just talking about the contour, so that's on point. So that's all we need. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and share this video if you liked it. And that guideline is going to help you contouring in the There is a lot of disturbance going out there. Shape for contouring,